And what I love about Coco is that she can't say anything, but these women have come after her, whether it's been Sabalenka, Iga, Rybakina. They've made comments. Even when Coco was actually number 3 in the world, they talked about them being the big 3. So every turn she has to face not just her opponent, but the ridicule from her colleagues who should be supportive. And listen, you're playing against an American who's our top American. Have some respect, one, and lose with...
Tennis drama just hit peak chaos. Belinda Bencic threw some shocking accusations at Coco Gauff after the China Open. And hold up, Lisa Leslie wasn't having any of it. The basketball icon stepped into the tennis world and dropped a reality check nobody expected. What happens when champions from totally different sports clash over one heated match? This story has twists you won't believe. Before we dive in, hit the comments. Do you think athletes from other sports should step up for tennis players when drama goes down? Drop your thoughts below.
Yeah, but when I'm going to the line, ready to serve, they don't need to cheer. No one's talking to you. She's talking to me, okay? I haven't started. Your team is chanting. I'm too old for this mind games, okay?
So here's the tea, guys. Belinda Bencic, the Swiss tennis star with clearly too much free time, hopped on social media and threw some major shade at Coco Gauff.
Coco Gauff does it the hard way once again. Taken to 3 for the second match running, but she shows her champion-like mentality again. The defense of her Beijing title rolls on.
According to Bencic, Coco's China Open win wasn't exactly clean. She threw shade about sketchy line calls, lucky breaks, and basically suggested that Coco's victory came with an asterisk. You know, classic sore loser energy. Instead of giving a proper congrats or staying quiet like a pro, Bencic went full chaos mode. And honestly, that was her first major misstep.
I'm too old for this mind games, okay?
Forget Cardi and Nikki. Coco and Belinda brought plenty of drama for their Beijing round of 16 match. It all started at 2-3 in the second set when Coco hit a winner and then Belinda complained to the chair umpire about Coco's team cheering her on before she went to serve, which there's really nothing wrong with at all, by the way. That's kind of normal. Coco responded, "There's nobody in the stadium. It's been so respectful. I treat your team with respect. We treat each other with respect. The ball was a drop shot winner." Belinda then said, "They can cheer after the point. Every time I step on the line, they start to cheer. That's my problem." The altercation clearly routed Coco, who then lost the next 2 games. But Belinda might have made a mistake ranting about the situation to the umpire and the changeover at 4-3. Coco said some things in response that we really couldn't hear, but we heard Belinda loud and clear.
But when I'm going to the line, ready to serve, they don't need to cheer. No one's talking to you. She's talking to me, okay? I haven't started. Your team is chanting. I'm too old for this mind games, okay?
Now, Coco Gauff has been putting up with this drama for years. Every time she takes a major title, someone pops up to downplay her win. It's like there's a playbook these players follow. First, they lose. Then, instead of admitting they got outplayed, they come up with reasons why it wasn't really a defeat. Maybe they weren't feeling their best. Maybe the crowd was too wild. Maybe their opponent just got lucky. It's never about the fact that Coco showed up, brought her full game, and straight up played better tennis. That would mean taking responsibility, and apparently accountability is missing these days.
When I look at Coco, I had a chance obviously to go to Roland Garros. I was at the French Open. She worked so hard every single match to get to the finals. And I just love the fact that she has not only the will to win, the fight to win.
But here's where it gets really juicy. Lisa Leslie, the WNBA legend and basketball powerhouse, saw the situation and decided she wasn't about to let it slide. And when Lisa Leslie speaks, people take notice. This woman is a 3-time WNBA MVP, a 4-time Olympic gold medalist, and someone who knows exactly what it takes to compete at the highest level. She's felt real pressure, she's faced real competition, and she instantly recognizes true talent. So when she stepped in to defend Coco, it wasn't some random celeb jumping in for clout. This was a champion standing up for another champion. Lisa basically voiced what we were all thinking. She highlighted how Coco has been grinding non-stop, showing up to every match and handling herself with a level of class and poise that honestly puts a lot of her peers to shame. Lisa even pointed out how she watched Coco battle through every round at the French Open, earning her spot in the finals purely through skill and determination. And then Lisa hit us with the real truth bomb. Coco consistently takes the high road, even when others refuse to give her the respect she deserves.
What I love about Coco is that she can't say anything, but these women have come after her, whether it's been Sabalenka, Iga, Rybakina. They make comments, even when Coco was actually number 3 in the world, they talked about them being the big 3. So every turn she has to face not just her opponent, but the ridicule from her colleagues who should be supportive. And listen, you're playing against an American who's our top American. Have some respect, one, and lose with.
And that's the part that really gets under my skin. The disrespect toward Coco Gauff has been nonstop and relentless. It's not just Bencic. Remember Ariana Sabalenka? After losing to Coco, she couldn't just accept the L. No, she had to go on record claiming that Coco didn't really beat her, that her own mistakes were the reason she lost. As if Coco had nothing to do with forcing those errors. As if creating opportunities and taking advantage of your opponent's mistakes isn't literally the whole point of competitive tennis. Sabalenka's remarks were dripping with bitterness, and Lisa Leslie called that out too. She said, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. Honestly, perfect analogy. Then there's Alina Svitolina, another player who couldn't resist throwing shade at Coco. Even when Coco was ranked number 3 in the world, certain players still talked about the big 3 of women's tennis, conveniently leaving Coco out. It's like they made their own little club and decided Coco wasn't invited, despite her ranking, despite her wins, despite everything she's proven on the court. And let's not forget Elena Rybakina, who also made dismissive comments about Coco's game. It's like there's this unspoken agreement among certain players to undermine Coco whenever possible. Lisa Leslie highlighted something crucial. Every time Coco steps on the court, she's not just playing her opponent, she's battling ridicule and criticism from peers who should be supportive. These are professional athletes who should get the grind, who understand what it takes to compete at the top level. But instead of respect, they throw shade. And for what? Because Coco's young and successful? Because she's American? Because she carries herself with confidence? Whatever the reason, it's pathetic. Here's the thing about tennis that people forget. You lace up on the same day. Championship day doesn't care about your stats from last week. It doesn't care who thinks they should win. You show up and play your best. If you don't, that's on you. Coco shows up ready every single time. She studies opponents, fixes weaknesses, stays locked in. When she wins, it's earned. Not luck, not line calls, not conspiracies. She just played better tennis. Sabalenka's excuse is she didn't play her best is rich. Okay, cool. You didn't bring your A game. Whose fault is that? Yours, not Coco's. Coco showed up prepared. She handled the pressure, she executed. That's what champions do. Making excuses and downplaying someone else's win, that's what losers do. And Lisa Leslie saw it instantly. She said Sabalenka was wrong for taking the low road and trying to undermine what Coco accomplished.
The China Open situation with Belinda Bencic is just the latest example of a recurring pattern. Bencic lost her match. She didn't handle the loss professionally. Instead, she made accusations implying cheating. Apparently, when a player can't beat someone fair and square, questioning their integrity becomes the next move. It's an unprofessional response. Lisa Leslie was not going to let that slide. She emphasized that Coco Gauff conducts herself with class and that Americans support her. That point is crucial because it establishes boundaries. You don't get to attack American athletes without pushback. Leslie's defense of Coco also highlighted the double standard in sports. When male players dominate, they're praised for strategy. When Coco does the same, people call it luck or question her deserves. The hypocrisy is clear. Coco Gauff is only 20 years old and has already accomplished more than most will in a lifetime. She's a Grand Slam champion, ranked in the top 3 globally, and has beaten top-tier opponents. She has achieved this while facing constant criticism and attempts to undermine her. The mental toughness required is exceptional. Most people would struggle under that pressure. Coco keeps winning. Leslie's defense was significant beyond this one incident. She demonstrated that champions from other sports notice unfair treatment and won't stay silent. She used her platform to support someone facing injustice. That is leadership. It sends a message to anyone targeting Coco. Public opinion matters, and when a legend speaks out, people listen. Ironically, players like Bencic, Sabalenka, Svitolina, and Rybakina reinforce Coco's legacy. Every excuse they make proves her victories matter. If she were irrelevant, they wouldn't comment. Their inability to accept defeat shows Coco's impact. They lash out, make accusations, and attempt to rewrite narratives, but the results speak for themselves. Rankings and history remember winners, not excuses. Leslie concluded her defense with a warning, which was appropriate. She made it clear that attacks on Coco will not go unanswered. That is the type of support athletes need. Coco represents American tennis and carries that responsibility with pride. Americans are not going to watch her be undermined with baseless claims. The Bencic accusations are especially serious because cheating claims affect character and career. Accusations must be backed with evidence, which Bencic lacked. It was simply bitterness from losing to a stronger player that day. It was unprofessional. That is why Leslie intervened. This moment will be remembered not for the accusations, but for Leslie's response. She showed that athletes can support each other across sports. She demonstrated that legends recognize talent and character. Speaking up makes a difference. Coco sees that her efforts and accomplishments are recognized. That support outweighs any negative comment from a sore competitor. So Lisa Leslie delivered the reality check Belinda Bencic needed. Coco continues to succeed on and off the court, while critics make excuses. If you enjoyed this breakdown, like and subscribe for more sports updates. What's your take on this situation?